all international institutions created in the wake of the Second World War, that great flourishing of those international institutions, were built around the lessons of the League of Nations that failed in after the 20s when it was founded, without the US, again, as another reminder, which was that after World War II, people realized you had to treat the state as the dominant actor in international affairs, and all institutions, in a way, accepted the sovereignty or the ultimate authority of the state, which is why the responsibility to protect initiative, let's call it, of the UN, which was brought in after the tragedies of Rwanda and Srebrenica and so on, this idea that if a state, a government undermined threatened its people with real violence and was not upholding the UN declaration within its own countries to the point of extreme violence, other countries had the right to step in. That was a huge step forward beyond what the UN system had imagined. And so I think it is not surprising that a responsibility to protect only didn't survive. It was used for Libya, for the intervention there, and that was the last time it was used. It was never used in the case of the terrible tragedy in Syria, because people realized it had kind of overreached. And so multilateralism, the reason it can't reform itself is because if we think of it as still led by states, states are always about protecting their interests and wanting to make sure the maximum amount remains in the power of governments. If they do, then multilateral institutions are mostly lowest common denominator. They can very rarely break out.